how are you doing? This is a face you haven't seen in like 7 months. There's been so much happening. I really don't even know where to start this video or how to start this video or what to even like say, because my life has taken a complete and total, like, complete 180. Like, my life has completely transformed in the last 7 months. And, I guess I want to just tell you guys about it and try to, get back in. And, like, it's like so much to catch up on. It's like when you see a friend you haven't seen for years and like their life is just so different, and it's like, I don't even know where to start. Like, I don't even know where to start. So, I guess I'll just give you guys like the briefing of it, and maybe in future videos, if there's something you want to hear more about, I'll tell you more about it. So here we go. So if you watched some of my videos about 7 months ago, some of you guys commented and noted that I, have been dating again. And the guy I was dating was fantastic. He was the person I had been waiting on, the person I had been looking for, like just the one. Like, you know how they say when you know, you know? Well, like, I totally think it's true. This was the guy that was my perfect fit. Just everything I've been looking for. Everything I've been dreaming about. And it's so funny because apparently he felt the same way. Let's see. So we met in September of last year. We started dating. And then in like, going on dates, kind of, more casual or whatever. And then we started dating pretty heavily and actually started hanging out all the time, kind of exclusively or whatever. Not too long after that, maybe about a month or so after that, we started just, only really dating each other. But then we didn't make it official till December. He didn't want to like ask me to be his girlfriend or whatever, till December. So we started like officially dating, I guess you could say, in December. And then in April, we went on a trip. We went on like a 3-4 day trip. We went to SeaWorld. We had like a great time, just the two of us. Went to a concert. We went to SeaWorld. So we did like a super fun just trip together for like a week. Had so much fun. And apparently the day we came back from the trip, we stopped by my parents' house just to, visit with them and let them know how the trip went. And apparently this sneaky guy at that point kind of pulled my dad into a room and said, hey, yeah, so I'm going to pop the question. So we need to meet for lunch so we can talk about it or whatever. So they met, behind my back, whatever. And so then in April, end of April, he proposed and I was like, heck yes. Like, is this even a question? Like, duh. I knew from the beginning that I was toast. Like, I knew I was toast. I knew this was the guy. I knew I was toast. So, I said, well, heck yeah. And so me being a teacher, if you're watching this, you probably know that I am a teacher. So, if you get married and change your name as a teacher, and you do this in the middle of a school year, or if you get married or, have a divorce or whatever, and your name changes in the middle of the school year, I don't know how it is maybe where you guys are, but where I'm at, if your name changes in the middle of the school year, it stays what it was till the end of the school year. Period. Like, if the kids start off by calling you this name and something happens where you change your name, you might like unofficially tell the children to call you something else. But as far as on any schedules, as far as, in any state system, licensing, blah, 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 like it stays like the same, through the whole school year. So when we got engaged, we kind of talked about it. I'm not, a spring chicken. I'm 31 years old. He's about my age. We knew that, we've been waiting for each other. And so we had a conversation. We said, hey, well, we could get married this summer. We could just do a small wedding, something cheap, something frugal, nothing too flashy. Or we could get married next summer. So we kind of talked about it, talked to my family about it. And we said, you know what? we don't need anything flashy. We know we want to be married. Let's get her done. So we kind of talked to my parents, and my dad was like, heck yeah, let's have a wedding this summer. Let's have a big party. Let's celebrate. So it was either get married before the school year started or after the school year was over, basically, if that makes sense. Because it's quite a process, obviously, to get your name changed. And second of all, especially if you're a teacher and you hear your last name like, 9 million times a school day. So we talked about it. We decided to get married over the summer. And so we had about 3.5, 4 months to plan a wedding, which was plenty, to be honest. We did just a small wedding. We had, well, I say small, but like, he has a big family, I have a big family. So it was really just like family and 4 or 5 really close friends, but it ended up being almost 100 people. And so we did like a wedding on a budget. I got my dress, we ordered the cake, we got the venue. Actually, my husband is a firefighter, and one of his fellow firemen is an officiator. He's a pastor. So he was like, well, I'll marry you guys, when we first started dating or whatever, as a joke. And then we were like, hey, we really need you to marry us. And so anyway, we got engaged. We started planning the wedding. I went and picked out a dress in like a week. I had my dress picked out, loved it. So we get engaged, we tell everybody, we're super excited, and literally like 1 week later, I was like, oh, I missed that wonderful visitor every month. And I said, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna take a pregnancy test. And I didn't tell him about it. I actually took it at night when he was on shift, and I took the test, and it immediately like showed that I was pregnant. And guys, that's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother story about my struggle with female issues. I have never had even like a pregnancy scare. I took that test, and those 2 lines like showed up immediately, and he was at work, and this is a whole nother story. Let me know if you want to see a video about all that hoopla. Anyway, so I told him like literally a week after we got engaged, I was like, guess what? And he was like, you're joking. Like, this cannot be real. And it's just so crazy because probably a year ago, and maybe a year and a half, I was in just such a dark place. And it was like, hey, I've kind of accepted that I'm going to be the dog lady, and I've just probably, maybe God doesn't have marriage or children in the cards for me. And even though that's always what I wanted, I had to just kind of trust that maybe that wasn't my plan. And so it's like insane that within a year I meet somebody, I get engaged, I get married, and we find out we're expecting. It is just like a miracle. I always get like emotional. Anyway, so we find out we're expecting. You guys know I'm like super short, so I'm not even 5 foot tall. And so about 4 months in, like a lot of people barely even can tell they're pregnant. I started like, the belly started poking out because there's nowhere for it to go. I have maybe like 12 inches of torso. And so there's literally nowhere for the belly to go but like out. And so like I looked totally normal, and then one day it was like, whoa, like where did all of this come from? And so I had to get a different wedding dress. I ordered one a size bigger. When it came in for the fitting, it was almost too tight. And I was just like, this is crazy. So anyway, that's a whole nother story as well. Like I said, it's like just trying to catch up with an old friend and tell you a million things at once. So I'm going to have to make separate videos about each of these topics. But I'm just giving you guys like this is just crazy, mind-blowing how much my life has changed. So anyway, we got married at the end of July, literally like the 29th of July. So I had 1 week, literally 1 week to get all of my name change done, all of my paperwork done, to legally change it as far as like my teaching license before the start of the school year. We didn't do a honeymoon because for one, I'm pregnant, I can't drink, I don't want to travel, So we're going to do a really big, wonderful honeymoon next summer is our plan, because I totally, I told my mom, it's the first grandbaby. Like, that's a whole other story there too, just how exciting that was. I had a week before school started. We spent our first week as a married couple going to the Social Security office, going to the DMV, getting a new driver's license, getting a new Social Security card, sending out the paperwork for my teaching license, changing this, changing that, changing insurance, blah, blah, like, literally, we spent the first week of our married life in, like, offices, like, trying to get the name change done, so that I could start the school year with my new name. So, we did get it done, actually, and so I got to start my school year with a different last name, which I wanted to do. I wanted to honor my husband by making sure I'm using the correct name now or whatever. There was a whole process, obviously, in the marriage process. You guys know, some of you might know, last year I also got my real estate license. So not only were we planning a wedding over the summer, we were showing his house, selling his house, moving him in with me. Just like, it's just insane. So anyway, I am now a married woman as of a good month and a half ago. I am going to be a mommy. I guess you could say I already am a mommy. I'm 6 months in. So, I got quite the belly. I know that you're going to want to ask for a belly shot, so let me just show you. All right, so here we are with the belly. Again, there's not really anywhere for it to go but out, so I look, you know, pretty large. And that barking that you hear, I inherited another dog. So my husband had a dog. So I'm going from, within about a year's time, I'm going from a tiny, peaceful, quiet house with just me and my dog, which you've seen in many videos. And so it was me and her, so girl power. And now it's me and him and his dog and her. And now we're going to have a baby on the way. So December, I'm going to have a little minion. I cannot explain how excited I am. Again, that's a whole other series of videos. Maybe I should have been making videos the whole time to document the pregnancy, to be honest. But honestly, I hadn't really felt real good, and like I wanted to film videos. So now I'm back to teaching. School year has started. I'll be teaching till December, obviously, when I'm due, and then I'm going to take some maternity leave. I get 6 weeks at my job, and then I'll go back to the classroom. And fortunately, my mom, who's also in real estate, she actually has, you know, flexible schedule. So she is actually, I'm really blessed because she's going to provide me that childcare till the end of the school year. My husband, being a firefighter, he's off every third day. So between him and my mom, we've got childcare taken care of, and then at the end of the school year, I'm going to have to make a decision. Am I going to leave a career behind and become a stay-at-home mom in May, or am I not? I'm bringing a life into this world. Lots of document there. It's also my first year being married. So, guys, there's going to be so many videos that I have just to talk about the craziness of my life. So my channel might look just totally random or just vloggy or random crap going on. I've started back with couponing because I'm like, okay, you know, firefighter teacher, we don't make a lot of money. So I'm like, okay, I've got to get really into being even more frugal than I already was, which I already was pretty frugal. Got to get more serious about budgeting. We got my husband has a student loan that if I plan on, you know, quitting my job in May, we got to get that student loan paid off first, and that's $12,000. So there's just so much going on. Like I said, lots of like cracking down on myself. Like, you better get prepared financially for this little minion to come into the world. You probably want to meet the husband and the new dog that we have, because now I am the proud owner of a huge 100-pound German Shepherd therapy dog and an old man pit bull that's like 80 pounds. So we got like over 200 pounds of dog up in our house. The blessings have been pressed down and multiplied, pressed down and overflowing, as you would say. And talk to me down below. Leave me a comment. What's going on? Where have you guys been? I'm sorry that I have been MIA, but I hope that you can understand after me telling you all of that. And I am tired because I've been on my feet my very swollen feet all day at school. Okay, guys, see you in the next video. Bye.